Welcome back to the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Evie.
Hello.
Is this our first previously on?
I was going to say, it's
This
previously
is our
without
first
the previously on Stargate
Exactly.
SG1.
I was going to say they don't actually say the words, but this is obviously a recap of a previous episode.
Absolutely. It means that we're getting into some serious mythology now.
Yeah,
So
it's getting
we warrant a previously on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love that line so much, honestly.
Yeah.
When she's giving her speech before she dies.
Yep.
Oh, it's great writing.
The reason that this franchise works the way it does is because it's so well put together in terms of its mythology.
Yeah.
It rewards long-term viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
well
I'm so
said.
grateful
Agreed.
it goes on 17 seasons because of that.
Correct.
And it rewards you so much. Like season 7 and 8 are such a treat. And Atlantis for fans who have been with it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Tormented Tantalus really truly pays off at season 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like the end of it, so it's great. I'm excited. This is a great moment, like learning about the Tok'ra. I really like the Tok'ra. People have a lot of beef with them because they're kind of rude, but I think they're great. You know,
the Greek outfits really didn't do it for me.
No,
I'm really
well,
glad
they changed their outfits a little bit later on, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah. I like the beige sandy ones, and I like the brown leathery ones. I like them a lot. The Greek stuff just didn't work.
I have a little bit of I have some questions about this particular scene. So how did the gate get down there? I assume it's in the tunnel. Is it in the crystal tunnel or is it outside of the crystal tunnel?
It's
Evie,
probably
you're asking
adjacent to the
questions.
tunnels, because it's clearly
yeah. Because
answer.
do they travel around with a gate and then move it into the tunnels after they've constructed the tunnels, or
they usually don't even have it
wait
themselves.
until they've set up camp and then they construct a new Stargate from scratch, or
they're not
do
that
they
good, are
move
they?
a gate that's already on that planet? I just had questions.
These are very, very, very good questions. They're very good.
I was just intrigued.
That was so many questions.
I know. I just a fire round of questions.
Yeah.
So
I was
this
going to say sorry, Joe.
No, go.
This opening kind of suggests that they put her into some kind of dream-induced state so that she could start digging through Jolinar's memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that what it's supposed to say?
I guess so.
I was going to say that I know I like to sometimes give these episodes some sort of silly alternative titles, but I've given this two-parter sort of a more serious title. So I'm going to call it The Ones When Understanding Leads to Opportunity. Because it works on a few levels. So you've got SG1's understanding of the Tok'ra leading to a promising alliance with Earth. Then you've got Jacob's blending with Salmak leading to the curing of his cancer and the renewing of his life. And then after years of having a stilted relationship, you've got the revitalization of the father-daughter bond between Jacob and Sam.
Yep. At its core, this is a father-daughter story.
100%. Yeah.
So. And families definitely key in on that when they watch it.
Yeah.
Lots of feels in this one. We also obviously learn a whole heap about the Tok'ra. I think we learn that the lifespan of a human host is about 203 years without a sarcophagus.
Yeah, just about.
We learned that Martouf is the most dedicated partner of all time, 100 years of commitment to Jolinar. And obviously we learn when a Tok'ra and human blend, they become one in a truer sense than a Goa'uld and their host, because their minds join and the soul and identity of the host remains intact. We also learned that the parasites don't have a gender.
Nope.
We learn that the Tok'ra live quite openly. There's no doors, partitions, or secrets between them.
That's apparently a lot in this show.
Yeah, there is. And obviously the Tok'ra enter through the throat and not the neck ordinarily. Obviously, Jolinar was,
special case.
Exactly. And on the System Lord front, we find out that Ra is identified as the Supreme System Lord.
Correct.
For the first time.
Good
which
call.
kind of brought to mind that I think David's new Wormhole Extremist title should be Supreme Co-Host instead of co-host and executive producer, because it sounds way more grand.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Inflate that ego.
A voice changer to like make him sound like a
I've done it before. I've
then
done
do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a flange and a volume or a depth. There's two components to it. So yeah.
And this obviously marks the first appearance of J.R. Bourne as Martouf, his first of 7. And this episode also features the new CGI transport rings instead of the reused stock footage from the movie.
I did not know that.
I'm learning so much. My goodness.
I reference this a lot when I talk with people about what the show does well in terms of sci-fi that's set in the here and now. You can go off to have extraordinary adventures and come home and dealing with your dad having cancer.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what the show did great.
Well, I was going to mention as well that there's a fantastic article on the companion for those who haven't read it by James Hoare. It's Jacob Carter, A Father's Battle, A Daughter's War. And it offers some really interesting insight into their relationship. And what I found really fascinating was that he actually cited an official report on the impact of service life on the military child. And he said that the offspring of military parents will sometimes follow in their parents' footsteps to seek out their validation and respect. And he kind of compared it to trading an unfulfilling parent and child dynamic with a fulfilling peer dynamic, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. That was very interesting.
Yeah.
As the son of a military parent, I can definitely relate to that.
I was going to say that probably hits kind of home for you. And it also he also draws parallels in his article between Sam and Jacob's sort of delicate relationship and the delicate relationship between Tok'ra and Earth. And he basically insinuates that Selmak works as sort of a band-aid solution for both.
Yeah, I agree. That's great.
One of the cool things about, or I think funny things about the show as the show proceeds, is that not only is Jacob attached to Earth, it's his favorite planet, but Selmak grows attached to Earth as well, and the two of them conspire together to steal Tok'ra technology to help Earth. Selmak is totally cool with it.
Selmak's a bae.
Yeah, I guess he's sort of ending, like coming to the end of his life, and he's sort of reevaluated his priorities and his
YOLO
philosophies, I guess. Yeah.
Well, Selmak is supposed to be the oldest Tok'ra and
the wisest. Then they should take some goddamn advice from him when Jacob and him are stealing stuff and running off. Like they're doing it for a reason.
Because like I said before, one of the core beliefs of the Tok'ra is transparency, and he kind of goes against that.
Well, that's because the Tok'ra are being difficult, so
yeah, that's true.
They're being resistant.
Well, SG1 really changed the state of things, and they've become more isolationist as a result.
Yeah.
So there's actually a bit of a goof coming up. You can see some of the cast and crew reflected in Jack's glasses.
Okay.
And obviously this was filmed on location in the Richmond Sand Dunes.
Which I remember don't exist anymore.
Yeah. I remember watching this and
there's another
trying to see
reference
if I can
to Wizard of
Oz. Oh, I saw it.
I want to see whether we can actually see the Tok'ra in the sand before they jump up. Because there are a couple buried in there that do a good job. I always try to see if I can tell if they're there.
That actually never drove. They would have to pull it on a winch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We sold them.
So it is wireless. Oh, they're around here, aren't they?
Yep.
I mean, there's some lumps there. There we go. Yeah, I think there were holes and then lumps on the outside. Do you know what I mean?
Getting sand in their eyes.
It's perspective. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice skirts.
I was gonna say that's a very short skirt. Very short.
I can't wear anything that short.
No. I don't like these hats. These hats are silly.
Yeah, never see them again after this.
Yep.
Maybe they have a different costume depending on the planet. Well, they'd have to, wouldn't they? Because it'd be different atmosphere. different
Well,
temperatures.
they go to different places and they end up having this outfit, and we always just see this. It becomes a standard, and then they go to the leather, and I'm like, what made you do that? What made you change?
Maybe it was a cooler planet.
Maybe
you can't wear leather in these sort of circumstances because I'm assuming it's quite a warm planet.
I find it hard to believe the Tok'ra are so isolated that they have not heard of Teal'c's rebellion.
Yeah, if they have like
they literally had people on those 2 ships.
Yeah, like shut up.
That were going to invade Earth. So like surely they knew about his rebellion.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, this it's Jacob, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Jacob.
I love that he's like taken this matter into his own hands. He's going to go and help out. He's such a good guy.
In James Hall's article, he calls General Hammond like sort of an ambiguous father figure to Sam, and sort of a mouthpiece for Jacob, who helps to break down the walls between like father and daughter, I guess.
Mm.
I'm reminded of Wilfred with these floppy dog ears.
They're like dog ears.
They're like dog ears.
You guys know the Wilfred series, Elijah Wood?
No, actually, I'm not familiar with that reference.
Elijah Wood sees a man. His neighbor's dog appears to him as a man in a dog suit, and the show is called Wilfred.
Right. Okay. Yeah, okay. It sounds like an interesting premise.
I'm blowing by all of this interesting exposition here. So Sam pulled Martouf's
his name out of her
Yeah.
I love the way they just instantly beef when people call them Gould. It's like, obviously they're going to assume you are because you have, weird voice and your eyes
reptilian activity in your heads.
Yeah.
Reptilian activity.
Like, take it easy,
exactly.
Bro. When we get here, like, calm down and understand. It will take us a minute.
The Tok'ra never used staff weapons after this.
Yeah, they're the Zat people, aren't they? They're big on Zats and poisons and stuff that's, sneaky.
Yep. Oh, you believe a lot of things about her.
It helps that she's pretty.
I think he senses Jolinar. I think he's beginning to sense her.
Yeah.
Pheromones, man.
Yes.
I'm glad I don't let my shipper stuff get in the way of me enjoying aspects of TV. Because I should really be hating on Martouf getting in the way.
Yeah.
However,
I don't hate Martouf.
No, neither do I.
I was going to
mention.
Innocent. Yeah, I was going to mention. I don't know if you saw a little bit of friction that there was on Twitter after Kaylee Dre published that article on the Companion about the forbidden love between Jack and Sam, and it kind of reignited some friction online.
Really?
Yeah, there was just a lot of people saying, what chemistry, like lol, and I'm like, seriously? I'm just not going to engage.
Madness. They had great chemistry. Weird little love triangle.
Yeah. Well, out of all of Sam's sort of like quote unquote love interests, I think Martouf, like other than Jack, is probably my favorite.
I agree. I heard some horrible facts about the end of Unending. About Teal'c, and I'm horrified to get there.
We're a ways off from that.
I know. I hope I remember when we get there. Certain romances I just don't want to happen because it just doesn't work for me. I could never see Sam and Daniel together. That's just two brother sister.
Yeah, agree.
And same for Teal'c and Sam.
I actually really like that effect with the rings going down in the sands. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's well done.
So my question is, how do they keep these tunnels lit?
So they
Evie, stop asking tunnel questions that we can't answer.
Yeah, they should have replaced every few nodules with a light source.
Some down lights.
Yeah. There's a big gap in the ceiling every few.
Yeah, that's a legitimate question.
So. They have like a Tok'ra electrician, and he just has like a whole heap of downlights and he just travels around with.
Exactly.
I saw that. It wasn't actually technically my question. I saw it mentioned elsewhere, and I was like, wow.
Steal that question. It's a good question.
Lighting sources are, I mean, they're an issue on alien sets, of course.
So glad I took those stupid hats off. You look way better now, Martooth.
I just really appreciate his I really appreciate his gentle nature. Like for someone who's fighting a really gritty war, he's got like a beautiful sort of calming nature.
Yeah. I want to give Martooth a hug.
Me too.
Amanda Tapping actually directed J.R. Bourne in The 100.
Yes, I did know that.
Yeah, he was on The 100 and she directed him. That was cool.
So a lot of fans, when I was looking online, all kind of said the same thing, that Jacob doesn't look sick enough. I think he definitely looks a little grey.
Yes, but I mean, he couldn't, lose a ton of weight for this part. So
no, of course not. I think they were more talking about like his skin looked a little bit too pinkish. He had a pinkish hue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I actually always wondered that as well, because he was kind of walking around like, I think as an actor, he was doing a good job trying to slow himself down and make him seem more sick. But the makeup, I think, could have definitely maybe been a bit paler.
Doesn't weight loss also accompany lymphoma?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
I don't know squat about cancer.
Yeah. I pray you never have to.
Well, my nan had it briefly, but she got over it really quickly. They found it very fast.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, same with my mum.
My actual grandma got taken out by 3 at once.
Oh, God.
Cut the brave soldier routine.
Yeah.
You what now?
Yeah, I was going to say something personal.
Oh, that's fine.
I was just going to say I found out about my mom's thyroid cancer when I came back home from WonderCon, when my dad picked me up at the airport. It's the first thing he said.
Wow.
Instead of saying, how was your trip? He just said,
wait half an hour.
Cancer. And I was like,
my
wow.
God. She deal with it?
She's good now. Yes.
Oh, how wonderful.
Yes, they caught it early enough and she had the right therapy, and she's in full health now. So
excellent.
This is a great argument here. Who's Jacob going to tell if he's about to
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They would have to like give him special permission.
Well, but wouldn't that be? I would assume that would have to go through several departments, and it would have to. It would take time.
And what if the knowledge of alien races beyond our planet like revitalizes him and makes him rebound? What are they gonna do? Well, we have to kill you now. I wish we had Garshaw back. I was really hoping they'd bring her back for Continuum, but no.
I really liked her too. I actually did a little bit of research into Garshaw for those who are interested.
Okay.
So according to the season 2 RPG book, Garshaw was also not a descendant of Egeria like Jolana, but grew past the symbiote's genetic memory and developed a disgust for the Goa world. So when they rebelled, they were an underling of Herawa, and in a battle against Apophis, Garshaw falsified orders, which led to the destruction of 3 of Herawa's motherships. And this obviously exposed their loyalties, and they escaped before they were captured.
No wonder she's the most hunted. The most hunted would likely be one of their own.
And they eventually found a Tok'ra cell, but had a really hard time sort of having to prove their commitment to the cause, obviously. The other Tok'ra initially suspected Garshaw, obviously, of being a Goa'uld spy. So, yeah, she just had they had to jump through a lot of hoops to prove their loyalty. Yeah.
Well, how can you truly tell? I mean, if she could easily have just been going against every other Goa'uld in the collective just to take over the Tok'ra cells, and if she's their leader, she's essentially a Goa'uld leader, of a Goa'uld. She has her own army. So what would the difference be, except that you don't have slaves? It would be a ball.
When I look at Garshaw, I don't know why, but like she's like the Tok'ra version of Rosalind for me. Like she's just so
yes, a little bit. They have sort of a similar vibe.
There is a similar vibe.
I kind of get
she's got an older, wiser vibe to her, and and she's stunning as well, so that helps. I could sit there and listen to her talk about being a leader all day.
This so-called doctor had the paddles placed incorrectly.
Oh no!
So one goes on the right side, and the second paddle is supposed to be near the shoulder, not the sternum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it seemed to do the trick. So
yeah, it worked.
Holes in it.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to hear.
Yeah.
She's unreachable and about to be detained.
Yeah, it's not great. Imagine if they just sent like Jacob over in the hospital bed, like through the Stargate, just to be like, hey, take him. He needs to see his kid.
Yeah.
Calling Jolinar a he.
He, yeah.
I love that.
Oh boy.
Very funny.
I didn't kill him.
I don't know. We should just trust each other.
Where's that Zatark detector when you need it?
I was going to say, like, why haven't they pulled out the Zatark detector?
The Xanax detector.
Here's the brunt of it. You're the same species.
Yeah, that's a blunt question, but it had to be asked.
Well, then don't glow your eyes like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Doesn't help. Yep.
It's a philosophy.
Yeah. Yeah, only willing people.
I think I'd be pretty willing to share with a Tok'ra, that health and life expectancy. It's pretty juicy.
Yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't be able to go about your everyday life. You'd have to join the resistance, wouldn't you?
The Tok'ra bow. We've got our first bow.
Yes.
It could be the old ghoul.
Yeah, I was going to say the trick. Yeah.
Or Tok'ra, I'm a human bit.
Imagine all the TV you could watch with your Tok'ra symbiote, and you could be like, "Man, look at this good episode of Stargate," and then the Tok'ra would be like, "Wow, I'm really enjoying this with you." I wouldn't need friends.
But they might have a completely different taste in TV shows.
That's okay. We can learn together. We're gonna learn to love things together.
There you go. The person remains.
Yeah. This is a big deal, guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's got such a soothing voice. I love her. Read me some audiobooks, Garshaw.
I'd love to have the actress
on. She is British. I wasn't sure if she was actually British, but she is.
Excellent. Even better. Sarouche, is that her name? Yeah, look at me with the knowledge.
Oh, one of the oldest, not necessarily the oldest.
Well, with how quickly the Tok'ra get killed off, soon to be the oldest.
The question I have, so if Sarouche is really sick and Selmak can't heal her, like, what makes Jacob's illness any different?
She's not
is it the
sick
type
of an
illness?
Yeah,
no, I think they just said that she was ill, didn't they?
Yes, and she's dying of old age. She's ill with age.
Okay. Because I think I read somewhere that like a symbiote can cure a disease just so long as it's not like a long-term illness, like the human hasn't been sick with it for a long time. And then it kind of got me thinking about Jacob. Well, I'm assuming he's had cancer for a while. but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's only had cancer for a short time, and that's why Selmak is able to heal him.
Yeah, also I think cancer, it's just the cells. It depends along the way. I guess you can just like, how do they do that? Do they just go into your DNA and go, yeah, let's patch that up, just shove some of that?
They just
back.
repair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they eat it like Pac-Man?
Well, cancer is an out of control growth of cells. They must
surely
signal the cells to self-terminate.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Don't touch
Sam
her
is
like
just
that.
a massive security risk with this knowledge that she has.
I wouldn't be offended if they asked me to be a host. I'd be like, yeah, I'll think about it.
Guess I was going to save your life, then you'd give it serious consideration.
Yeah, I mean, think about all the TV and books I haven't experienced and games. I need to live longer.
I love how that's your priority.
That's a reason for living.
That is my priority. Experiencing things. That's just life, innit? Experiences.
Experiencing product.
Yep. Capitalism really popped off today. Hogwarts said all the conversations between Sam and the Tok'ra feel like they've been slowed to half speed. Yeah. It's not going to pick up again for a while. The Tok'ra arrogance is definitely something that's a bit annoying to deal with.
I think they've been so self-reliant for so long. I think it's hard not to be arrogant to a certain extent.
Yeah. I do find it really funny that argument's always like, you guys just kill.
Yeah, so they're just finding out now that they were slow and methodical.
Yeah. They get really annoyed about that stuff. And it's like, well, your slow way is taking too long. I like that she is like the calm one. And her symbiote is like really like, wow, in your face.
Yep. Maybe we could blow up more of your operatives.
Yeah, we prisoners? Yeah. Ask the question. Yeah.
Please stay put.
That was so just. That was silly. That was a funny little interaction. She's like, well. Everyone's prisoner except Sam. We're going on a walk.
Let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
There's nothing up there anyway. So.
It's true.
Let's have a stroll. Oh, Jack wanted to stretch his legs.
Yeah. Ugh. My girl stays right here.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone stay here. Chill out. Oh, I'm sure she will.
Yeah, there's still blind trust, though.
It is.
Well, they could put a snake in her head.
Yeah. They're not just shoving the Tok'ra in her head, so,
Yeah.
This is weird.
Okay, son.
This is weird because he's talking about her like she's his daughter. And it's like, okay.
Oh, that's funny.
I forgot about that.
What a great prop.
Yeah.
Good shot.
That is an awesome shot. That must have been so annoying to travel from location to location.
Oh, he was a sheep.
I would have been in part, so I guess.
This is a great conversation. I don't want to be like super woke, but it's really cool that the Gould and Tok'ra choose their gender.
Well, they seem to have favorites, I guess, but it would depend, I guess, on the circumstances surrounding the host that they take.
A person has a balance of masculine and feminine in their personality.
Yeah,
that's true. That's very true.
They can lead to one of the. I know very masculine guys who play RPGs only as female characters.
Interesting.
They like the experience of being someone.
Yeah,
different.
just explore that that other side of you,
of their personality. So,
I just think it's such a pleasant idea. Just being able to just choose the Golden Tok'ra are just fascinating.
So Selmak almost it's not Selmak. Lantash almost never talks.
That's true. He doesn't. It's usually Martouf. Yeah.
Martouf's the one who's really in love.
Yeah.
He's gaga.
It's weird that Sam's kind of like in love with him as a result. This would be a great book. I would read this book.
It's pheromones.
Yeah, but she can't differentiate her feelings from
That's right.
Joel and ours. That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
They completely blended. So I mean, she absorbed all of all of Jolinar's DNA markers, and with that comes this recognition and this attraction and desire.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really do have pretty good on-screen chemistry, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely. The way that he smiles at her, like that really gets it, you know? Oh my goodness. It's funny that like he latches onto Sam so hard. Like it's like he senses Jolinar still in there. Yeah. And it's like and she's basically the two people he used to love, but now she's all that remains. Person. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in love with three people at once.
See, they love as one and they mourn as one.
The TNG episode, The Host, and it had very similar vibes to this because it's about it was about the Trill. So a Stargate fan should watch the Next Generation.
Someone in the chat, Jed Ted said the Tok'ra is similar to the Trill in Star Trek in terms of relationship between host and symbiote. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, Sand of Abydos. We're referencing Abydos, guys. Martouf has got me hooked. Like, God damn it.
It's very poetic.
He knows where to go. He knows what buttons to press.
Oh, see, there's also a physical resemblance too.
Correct.
Whoa, we're overstepping some boundaries here, my dude. He's not
thinking.
She's not even over the last blending.
Yeah. Jack's blending in season 6 is so tragic. I wish he had a better experience like Sam did.
Yeah.
Like his experience, he was full of hate. Sam's full of like just wonder and like, you know, it's very thought-provoking.
I think there is a level of trauma there too.
There is a level of trauma, but there's a level of like she's accepted it. She's kind of learning with it, and it's made her a better person because she understands things better.
I have a question. As a human, could you potentially blend with like more than one Tok'ra? Like, could you blend with one Tok'ra, and then if something happened to that Tok'ra, you could then blend with a second Tok'ra?
Martouf just said, isn't it? So surely that would be what he's implying.
Of course.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, he's trying to get her to blend with another one.
Messy brain.
That'd really mess you up.
That wasn't appropriate, my dude. That was. Yes, he's so in love. He was accidentally inappropriate.
He hit her really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read a lot of things online saying that reference to schizophrenia was incorrect.
Yeah, so did I.
Because it's more like split personality disorder is different from schizophrenia. But she's a scientist, not a doctor. Well,
I mean,
not that kind of, not a medical
90s,
doctor.
So
true, yeah.
The vernacular of schizophrenia, has evolved.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of terminology we don't use anymore for certain things because they're not accurate.
Our understanding of mental illness has
improved,
evolved. Well, I don't know about improved, but certainly evolved. Yeah.
There's a devastating book. I can't remember the name of the author and it's called Tell Me I'm Here, and it's about her son with schizophrenia, and it will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Oh boy!
Like, yeah, in not in a bad way, but yeah, it'll stay with me.
Go out and buy it; it'll haunt you for the rest of your life.
It was just.
I've gotten haunted by books.
True story.
Yeah, like I've gotten haunted by books like that, and they leave a powerful imprint, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a 30-something-year-old human.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. And why would you want another one? With his own multiple lifetime host, pardon the pun, of baggage.
Yes.
So, Ray Wood, dissociative disorder is what leads to multiple personalities.
Exactly.
Yeah. Trauma.
Oh, the hand holding.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This is very
that
sweet.
Would be so. That would hit you so hard.
Daniel,
and
walk
Daniel,
away.
every time interrupting
like
these private
this?
moments.
He's always getting in the way of everyone.
Learning a lot about Jolinar.
I want to thank Jack in season 8 finale for saying "in a minute" to Daniel when he's with Sam. The one person who will tell him to bugger off. Do they remove this sound later? Like there's this little like sound, like an almost chewing sound in the caves because of the growth and the way the crystals are. Yeah. And like, do we still hear them in season 4 and 5? Do we know that?
I think so. Yeah, I just don't know if it's this pronounced.
Yeah.
I feel like they made it quiet because it's an annoying sound. I don't mind it too much, just like white noise after a while, but it's definitely there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think I remember it being there in other times. Oh, Jack's getting suspicious.
Yeah.
Well, they've got open door policies.
Spidey senses.
Oh, this is that. This is the ball that we want. He's gonna, which is we want for David so that he can be our Gould Overlord.
Jeez.
So this is where we find out those communication balls come in all sizes.
Yeah, come pocket-sized.
Mm.
Don't question it.
He's not very covert as a Tok'ra. Like you would have thought he'd be like checking behind him, make sure he's not being followed before he whips out the Goa'uld technology.
No doors. Don't need them.
Because they just automatically respect one another's privacy.
I feel like you need a door if you want to like smash though or something, you know? I'd want a door. Unless they have like a specific area for couples to go to.
Well, they didn't even have
How did they go to the loo?
They didn't even have doors on the prison that
probably
they had
all together
before.
No,
so
they didn't.
I don't think they have any doors at all anywhere.
I'd need a door if I'm going to the loo, like in some
you would, but they wouldn't.
Stuff and some like some nice candles.
You go to the loo with candles?
Well, if I'm doing some bad business, maybe.
Maybe there's no door, so it's better ventilation.
Maybe. These are the questions I always wonder. I always wonder where the loo is on, like, you know. I like that Jack goes to the toilet a bunch in the show because you're like, oh, they remembered that we all have movements, you know.
It's normal.
That is a cool effect.
It is cool.
I remember Amanda Tapping talking about watching the CGI for like this or something in an interview.
Deer in the headlights.
And her eyes are like massive while everyone else, while everyone else is more subtle, while she's like, whoa. And I think she turns to them afterwards and is like, why didn't anyone tell me that we weren't all having a massive reaction to this? Why am I the only one having a massive one?
Well, it kind of works for her though, because she is the scientist. So, you know, she's looking at it slightly differently than everybody else.
But you think she would be the calmest among them because she probably has some kind of an imprint of that process. The others would be like freaking out.
Oh,
She'd be like, yeah,
true.
I've seen
That's
this.
true.
I have a new excuse, which is that she has really big, beautiful blue eyes.
Yep.
So it's extra obvious that her eyes are open. Yes, better to see us with. Her beautiful teeth, better to smile at us with.
Oh, there's two spies. There's not just one. No. There's one.
There's
just bodies.
There's
one. Yeah.
Right.
I have comments on that in the next
How did he
episode.
like rip the other one out, or were there two in there?
I have comments. Yeah, I'll wait to the next episode.
Excellent, Evie.
I have some information.
Fact checker for us. Raj Luthra is laughing at us. Is it because we were talking about the loo? Oh, now conversations. Do we bring up toilets and everyone's talking now in the chat?
That's on you.
System Lord reference.
On me.
Yes.
Sorry, Jet Ted just said, if they can make tunnels out of nothing, surely they can recycle poop. And then they probably have special crystals marked toilet for making bathrooms.
Oh my God,
yes. I'd love that.
yes.
Imagine, I'd love to carry one with me and be like, Evie, do you need the loo? I've got this.
Just
Slam
make it on,
the ground.
on command, yeah.
That would be amazing.
Oh.
That would work out in like a city like London where we were struggling to find a clean toilet.
Yeah, we found that
I'll
like
just
that
make one of my own.
that like drug den toilet that looked like it was dangerous.
I was concerned for our health. I didn't touch anything in there.
Neither did I. They did a good job getting a Gould on the council. Like, you know.
Oh, like I said, I have comments about that later.
Oh, okay. Very exciting.
Oh, boy.
Look, we didn't check in how...
Makepeace.
Oh, boy, it's
that
Makepeace.
guy. That guy. Good old 50 Shades of Grey.
He's in 50 Shades?
No.
Ha ha.
Oh, Shades of
Grey. Yeah, I just said 50.
Okay. I was like, what?
It makes me sad that this guy's kind of like the guy that always rocks up for a while between seasons 2 and 3, knowing where he's
you've got to
go.
trust him, because otherwise, like, the whole thing that happens in Shades of Grey wouldn't be as dramatic.
Yeah. I like they make you think that it's SG1 and it's actually him. Thank God.
Oh,
well, that's just rude.
Yeah, that's what we get for a two-parter.
Did they have a big, like, denied stamp?
Stamp him on the head each.
Yeah.
That's funny. We're compassionate, but security first.
Yeah. Then bring our dad here. I remember when I first watched this as a kid, and I was like, how are they going to make their way out of this one? And the thing is, I already knew that Jacob was going to be fine, but I was like, how are they actually going to deal with it in a political way?
They're just going to keep on coming and let one of them go.
Yeah.
So... It kind of sucks.
We don't need another memorial for more SG1 people.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Already done it.
Okay, then. Welp.
Hogwarts said don't get the toilet crystal mixed up with the bedroom crystals. It's a great day dress. I love it. She looks fabulous.
To be continued.
You know, I don't mind a slow episode, because every episode always has to move at a really decent like pace in order to get everything into the 40 minutes. And I think maybe we're all used to like that good pacing, except for like Bane and stuff, which just sucks. But yeah. You know, I like the Tok'ra. It's I've always liked them as an ally, because they're like more kind of, you know, the Asgard are very like godly with their power. They're so strong. While the Tok'ra, you know, like they're going to take losses, they're going to have a bad time, and I find that very interesting, because when they get hit, they get hit
for the
hard.
long haul. Yeah, they're in it for the long haul.
Like the amount of times
they're okay with making small progress. It's like small progress, but
Tok'ra's, they're not like
they
look at us as like bull in a china shop, you know.
Yeah,
you're just wiping out Gould left and right, and you're destabilizing everything. God knows how many operatives you're killing.
Yeah.
So,
it's very. I really like them though. I think they're great.
Tok'ra Part 1. Thanks for joining us, everyone.